Can somebody please remind us where we were last time?
Well, last time we were graciously invited by, was it the prince himself, to attend his weather singing ceremony, which, well, we did after me and Amaya struggling to get up a hill. But, oh no, it was nice. There's, a lot of singing until he almost fucking died because, as it turns out, Sylphs on the island aren't necessarily happy with their regency and how they manage the island. After a bit of a scuffle, some got away, some we managed to down, but we were basically alerted to the fact of, oh yeah, these people exist, and yeah, we should probably get the prince to safety.
The priest has retreated to the Temple of Kine, along with the High Priest of the island.
Yes, we also found out the people who attacked was like an offshoot of Kine's followers who basically wanted the elements to be free rather than wrestled by the royal family. But normally they're not violent, not like this.
Which is kind of where a big oopsie comes in, because thanks to a little bit of mind control ourselves, thank you, Cadme,
Thank you.
uh, these people might have been, coerced, quotation marks, into this course of action, and not entirely willingly.
And Astusa died,
I also died.
quote unquote.
Asterisk.
It has been replaced with Lily.
It's
Yeah,
fine,
big
I'll
big
still
quote
come
on that.
back.
How long have you been holding onto that fucking dummy of yourself, waiting for a chance to use it?
Well, it's not like I've had to wait. I've used it before, but always since we've been in Barren Cross.
Damn.
I do remember her using it at least once before. I don't remember the situation, but I remember it being used.
I do think I actually shoved it in the bed at one point as a decoy.
You have. Now,
I found
So to
myself
set
in
the
the
scene.
darkness.
there's no map to look at the moment.
Test.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello, Zoe.
Okay. Sorry. I've been having mic problems. Additionally, I sent Aspen and Hazel off back to the town to make sure that the town doesn't destroy itself, and for them to help ease the town's worries because a big cloud of unease was forming around them.
Which, speaking of, as Team BC looks out, as Kelrus and Cadme take flight to start gliding over the towards well, sorry, my brain is being a bit slow. Glide over towards the temple on the hillside where you believe Estufa's sister is currently in residence. The rest of you, unfortunately, will have to go by foot. And unfortunately, the way to go by foot is straight through the dark, clouded town. This will be interesting.
Oh, so I would have probably just had Aspen and Hazel go with them on foot, and then
Possibly break off.
yeah.
Cracks
Yes.
knuckles and ready for a fight.
Okay. As you start to move your way down the hillside, the weather clear, but the air is off even from normal. Shiva, hearing the commotion, meanwhile, has arrived, kind of intercepting the group halfway up the mountainside. Perhaps somewhat concerned by the lightning bolt she's seen fired off on the top of the hill.
Only mildly. She's used to it.
They do kind of follow us around.
You also see Lily, but no Estufa.
Ah yes, the cards revealed to me that would meet up with you, Shiva. Good to see you.
Shiva just kind of quirks her brow. Is there a reason Astusa isn't here?
She's unfortunately dead. Wink.
Okay. Shiva has no sense motive, so she'll kind of like really confused for a second. Hestia just jabs her and she goes, "Oh."
Yeah, you do have to remember when Cadme does this, she literally says wink.
Even then, Shiva just kind of be really confused for a second. It's Cadme.
Cadme does weird stuff, it's fine.
He's still learning to lie.
The short of it, however, is appears something's going down on the island.
That's not that helpful, Lily.
Well, I said the short of it, didn't I? The nobles are in danger. The prince has been targeted, and we believe also the princesses.
I see.
It has also been confirmed that the princes and princesses, the princesses back at the temple, the main house, were taken.
We believe that the people who did this, which appear to be a group of sylphs who normally this behavior is odd for them, but we believe they're targeting others. There's something going down in the town and of the temple on the mountain. Is Lily will point there, which we believe is Stufa's sister was currently staying at.
Out of character, I've asked, is this like Asusa's sister, like a witch sister, or like actual sister? I don't remember.
Yes.
Oh,
She's
okay.
both her sister and a witch.
Okay. Because sometimes people in covens just call each other sister.
Alright.
In this case, it's all of the above.
Okay. Well, I suppose you
Um,
should probably head then over there then.
Keep an eye out for gnomes.
Especially pale grayish ones.
All right.
Okay. As the split group makes their way then. Meanwhile, two are flying through the air. Well, technically one is flying through the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the plan was to like glide down from the cliff and then hoof it from there.
Yeah, and I can glide a good distance, so.
I mean, you're going to try and glide over as much of the town below as you can.
Yeah, and as much as the forest as I can. And I can fly with Kelris. That's not much of an issue.
As your gliding kind of goes forth, you can see below what definitely looks like panic in the streets below. As you kind of go overhead, people seem to have no idea what they do. You can see some more of the anarchists down. It's oh boy.
Oh no.
Feel like the others will be able to help them a lot better than our best way of helping is to just stop it from happening again.
Can you both make perception checks?
Sure.
I can try. Keller's had perception, yes.
If either of you have uncanny dodge, also please inform me.
I do. I in fact have improved uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Let me know if I failed.
You have not failed.
Okay.
Kelris, you have no idea what's going to happen, but you're not flat-footed. You have no idea what's about to happen to you. Academy, though, since you'd be the main kind of person here for this, you suddenly see something emerging out of some of the bushes you're flying towards. You kind of reach towards the entrance to the jungle.
The flying tiger, yeah.
Not quite. But you remember those wasps?
Oh god.
Oh.
Except this is a slightly bigger wasp than the ones you saw before.
Oh no.
Large green hornets begin to chase Cadme. You are not surprised by this event.
Fortunately.
It does mean, how do you two want to handle this situation?
I mean, I have nothing. All I have is fly me closer so I can hit them with my sword.
So you're going to use one-handed weapons right now.
Which I have none of. I'd have to punch them.
Because if you tried using a two-handed weapon while holding on to Cadme,
Am I holding Cadme or is Cadme holding me?
Cadme, the way I imagined it, is basically Cadme's holding your wrists and with her own hands, and she's flying like that, and you're just
like there is no reasonable way that Cadme can hold on to you and you swing a two-handed weapon.
That's completely fair.
And if you try, you will automatically be taking full damage.
Yeah, all I can do is punch things. I have nothing else.
Flying uppercut time?
Not quite.
Forget the bullshittery Cadme can pull.
I mean, alternatively, you could run.
Cadme is gonna just keep flying. Keldros, tell me when one of them is really quick, or they start falling in behind us.
Okay.
They're following you.
Okay.
They're behind
Cadme's
us.
gonna wait. Cadme's gonna wait for them to suddenly line up. She's gonna close her eyes, and then suddenly a big gust of wind is gonna blow out behind her as she just sort of beats her wings hard once, and she's gonna cast gust of wind behind her.
You can do that without hands?
I don't need. I can just think, and things happen.
Oh, you're that. Right, yeah.
Freaking psychics ignoring spell components.
Ooh. I think they're alright.
Ooh.
I mean, you hit these rather large hornets with your gust of wind, and they just keep flying. That was their strength check versus the DC 15 needed to fly against the wind. And give Academy slowed down there for a moment to release a gust of wind.
Yeah.
One of them is going to end up being in charging range and is going after one of you. Academy, are they going to hit you or are they going to hit Kelris?
Hit me.
No, if you get hit, you do have to make fly checks.
Yeah, you're the one kind of holding us both up.
You can veto my suggestion.
I mean, technically, I suppose Kelris could throw herself in the way, but...
Yeah, at least right now, if I remember rightly, I'm good on health. Yeah, I'm on max health, and you're keeping us both up. I'd rather not you have to make fly checks if you don't have to.
Okay.
That's a hit. Don't even have to look, that's a hit.
Let's see, this is a charge maneuver, so it's going to use Impale.
Do have something I could use.
Oh, should I stop?
No, I can't stop the attack. I have something I can do to them to try and make them leave us alone. Ooh, that's nasty.
As this large giant hornet flies at you, and you end up getting a large kind of impalement through your shoulder.
Ouch. Yeah, I have a hole in my arm now. God damn.
Ow.
And that's put me exactly on my grazed health limit. If it was 1 damage less, I'd still be healthy. So I'm imagining this is basically almost a swarm, basically. Just loads of bugs in a condensed area chasing us.
It's not so much a swarm. It's though there is quite a few kind of following, but
yeah, maybe not a swarm monster type, but a swarm.
It's not hundreds of tiny ones. It's more like 6 or 7 medium-sized ones.
Right. Cadme didn't have like vines or anything she could manipulate, did she? She had her plant stuff.
I have limited plant manipulation.
No, you are like many feet off the ground.
Yeah. No, I'm more thinking something Cadme can use to like basically flip a switch on my gloves without using her hands, basically.
Oh. She just has mental telekinesis.
Well, there you go then. Kelvis basically lets go of Cadme with one hand, points it out towards the swarm, and just calls up for you to hit the switch on my wrist, the second one to the left.
Oh, that? Cadme's just going to try to swing down and kick it.
Sure, kick it. And she kicks the switch, and whoosh, big bright light trying to blind everything in a cone in front of them. Or behind them in this case.
Okay then.
It's a DC 15 to negate blindness.
The group is momentarily blinded.
It does last for 1 minute.
They all let out exceptionally loud and angry noises as they kind of all disperse for the moment. Though you get the sense you've just pissed them.
Like they're really angry, but they can't see us for a minute. Go, go, go,
Kellis,
go,
trust
go,
me.
go.
Cadme says, Kellis, trust me, and she's just going to drop you.
Okay, Kellis starts sort of flailing in the air.
You are currently falling, and given the rather mountainous terrain of this region, quite a long distance.
I don't have anything to stop that. If I get close enough to a wall, I can try and catch myself.
Because I'm assuming these bugs have some form of like way that they're going to track us. So what I'm doing is I'm temporarily dropping Kelris, and then basically as a free action dropping Kelris, and then as a standard action I'll cast Storm Step, and then re-grab onto Kelris as she's falling, just to break the scent line that they would be following us by, and then going, trying to use stealth to a limited effect.
I like the idea, but by rules, I'd drop quite a distance in the time it took to
I
cast.
have a move action left, and I can still fly.
I mean, technically speaking, she could also choose to drop herself at the same time.
True, you just fall with me.
She could die. She could basically do a dive bomb storm step, which is rather a terrifying and awesome image.
Yeah, she basically drops you and then sort of does a wing over, and her wings, and she just sort of folds into her own wings and turns into a small ball and arcs into a single place and poofs back out with her wings and catching.
Okay. We'll be
And
back.
that
back
I'd
in a
like to
minute.
be a little bit below the tree line and flying through there.
Okay. We'll cover this more in detail in a minute then.
Cowliss's fur immediately just puffs out as she's filled with static.
You know, as the others have been doing the manual way of going down the side of a mountain,
The scrub way.
as you're kind of right getting to the point where you're kind of entering back into the main part of the town, you suddenly just see off at the very edge of the town near the kind of break line to the trees again, a massive bright light of light.
Hmm.
Are they okay?
I'm sure
Can
they're
never
fine.
quite know with Cadme.
But
I'm sure
as you kind of cross the gates, oh, that's a lot of people running around screaming. That's a lot of anarchy. Oh boy. It's pandemonium on the streets here. And there are a lot of things moving around.
Aspen bounces up and down a few times, like playtime, playtime, playtime.
How exactly
Oh.
do you plan to get across the town at the moment? Are you going to fight through everything on your way?
Sounds like that's Aspen's plan.
Adeline, do you maybe know a shortcut?
Would she? Probably. She knows the city pretty well, so.
She might. She's not sure. You can see if she can remember one.
Yes, let's do that.
Or let you roll your either your knowledge local or allow survival. Your pick. Or if you're going really off the beaten path, you can do geography, I guess.
If I go really off the beat path, that's just going to. We're going to be way off base.
I'm just
That's
saying, if you
gonna
wanted to
take
follow,
a lot
if you
longer.
wanted to do stuff like along like the narrow cliff sides, you could do that.
You know what? Actually, I think she would do that because we're good enough on. We can go that way.
Okay. So Adeline does think she knows a way that could kind of bypass a lot of kind of the struggle down in the town. It's kind of really narrow kind of area of cliff that you could definitely move the group across as long as Hestia is not a giant dragon.
Yeah.
It's a bit longer of a path, but as it stands, you're not going to be having to fight your way through or have kind of cultists or whatever else might be in the town. You've not seen cultists yet, but presumably there's cultists.
Aw, no playtime?
The path, though, as it stands, kind of narrow in some spots. Watch your footing. Is that the way the group wants to go?
I mean, it avoids some trouble.
Yeah, I think it's the best idea.
Unless we particularly want to go in and attempt to wrestle with some cultists.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay, then. In that case, the group will head then to the kind of off-side cliff areas, which this is not a path by any means. It's narrow cliffs and then like a tree that kind of cover the gap, and then kind of like you have to kind of shimmy past. It's not great, but it's certainly safer. As long as you don't fall. Can I have the group that remains make me acrobatics checks?
Time to check something. Is this a slick or narrow surface?
Yeah.
Lily is just quietly going to change word of the season to winter and automatically succeed. Mark the duration then.
Okay. Is that everyone?
There you go. Oh,
Is the
She's fine. I mean, if Hestia just starts slipping, she's gonna activate the Dragonite charm and just fly herself. She'll be fine. I'll state that now. Save the time.
It is so precarious for your group. With a success rate of 4 out of 7. That was nearly a group failure.
hey.
Only nearly.
Though there is points where Shiva and Hestia and Amaya all nearly fall off, the others are able to kind of catch them and kind of keep them going. Though weirdly, Estufa seems to be the one managing best here.
Ah
Sorry, not
yes, the
Estufa,
cards foretold.
Lily.
The cards foretold to make it across the sledge, okay?
You did draw a dexterity card at the start of the day.
It's true.
Is there something the cards don't tell you?
Taxes.
Oh. Taxes?
Even witches do not understand taxes.
Hazel's saying, sort of floating next to you, and then as she's working on securing Hestia to the wall with a rope or something like that.
I
What
never know. I
lie?
love how Adeline could have totally just flown across, but is flexing on this with her acrobatics.
Right.
It's fair. Like Ellen could just go flying at any moment now.
Yeah, I know.
Hazel's just helping out. She's occasionally
Solidarity.
getting sticks and rocks and occasionally morphing wood to produce little bits of like cliffs and roots sticking out of the wall, where she'll turn them into steps and stuff like that.
You're fairly high up as you're kind of going across. You can get quite a good view of the town below. You don't see a lot of bloodshed, but you definitely see a lot of anarchy in general, and a moderate amount of arson.
Oh, I hope that grandmother's pie shop's okay.
Looking down below, as you can see the anarchists moving around, you can see groups of not only sylphs but also just the general, just seemingly general rogue forces moving around. But are there air elementals following around? Ooh.
Very well equipped for a group of rogue anarchists.
Well, there are a group of rogue anarchists that have recently gotten help from a bunch of cultists.
Also, this is probably why this.
Smuggling air elementals?
No, not the air elementals. Just where the smuggling of weapons and stuff has been going.
Ah, that makes sense.
Weapons and supplies that we've been hearing about.
I don't know what's going on, but your mic is really low quality for some reason.
Testing?
Okay.
That's odd.
You're a lot louder now.
Yeah, that's just me talking louder, but am I still low quality?
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's odd.
it happened last night as well, but I wasn't sure what was up.
You might need to change your mic settings within.
Oh wait, it might be I turned on the Discord's noise suppression thing.
Oh yeah, don't do that. It fucking
Apparently.
destroys your quality.
Okay, testing now.
Yes.
There you go. There's the big
Yeah,
deal, love.
right. Okay. So do not use noise suppression.
Okay. As your group kind of gets to the end of your shortcut and has to kind of rejoin in close to the opposite end of town now, having taken a rather scenic route around a lake, you suddenly notice up ahead. Oh, that doesn't look good. Large knighted figures standing there with like bird masks. They do not look like the anarchists in any way.
Uh-oh.
A
Now,
group,
Plato.
a group of them kind of harassing some of the local citizenry. You get there is a very dark feeling you just get from even looking at them.
Question, Dark.
Yes.
Can Adeline recognize that as sort of regalia of cultists of what's his name? Crap.
Pazuzu.
Yeah, Pazuzu.
It certainly falls within the realm of possibilities, given Pazuzu's counts all flying creatures to be under his domain, and certainly knights with bird masks might be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we might need to deal with that. Pretty sure those are straight up cultists.
I don't think we've noticed this yet. We could take them out in a swift strike.
Yeah, but they're messing with the people and that.
Oh no, I'm saying we just hit them very hard and fast.
Oh yeah.
I like this idea.
You want to try and alpha strike them?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Aspen Jew.
Well, there is a group of them, kind of intermixed with some civilians. I'm perfectly happy if you guys try and alpha strike them. I won't set it to initiative until you. I won't actually start an initiative then until we. Because you might just take them out then if in your alpha strike if you do well. How about everyone suggest what they're doing then with their surprise round, be it charge, cast a spell, whatever it might be.
Attacking.
I mean, Hesius is gonna charge, try and stab someone.
And then
Yeah.
spiral striking them all.
I think I might also just want to charge.
Hazel's just gonna flash them.
No, Hazel, no. Put your dress back on.
No.
No.
Oh dear.
Fucking
How about,
hey, man.
how about, I mean, you know what? If you're making an attack, please roll the attack in chat. Let's see what happens.
Holy shit.
Hestia, no joke.
I spent 9k on a sword. It's a really good sword.
Good sword.
And she's a really good dragon. She still has dragon stats even if she's not a dragon.
Alright, I'm still carrying a great sword, am I? No.
What the fuck can I do?
Two, mine?
Yeah, I was carrying a great sword for a while, apparently, in Reese's inventory.
Yeah, I don't know. I have it marked down as branded on me.
Which Reese is proficient in greatsword, but you know.
Yeah, I know you were using it for a while because
Uh,
you didn't have your own stuff, but I honestly
might have
can't
been back
remember if you gave it back or not. I think you did.
no, I shouldn't have that seance boon. I don't know why that was checked.
What can I do? I don't really want to spend shit.
Oh, what?
Oh, Reese, the one you're attacking has Evil Eye, -4 AC.
I mean, yeah, you're perfectly happy to just evil eye the crowd. I'm happy that to be your alpha strike.
Yeah,
Aspen
sure.
will throw in to on the same person,
Fuck his AC.
and will not choose to just rush him because he's kind of intelligent.
Well,
There we go. No. So he's just gonna quill throw twice instead of full attacking. Oh, I rolled twice accidentally. Sorry.
Right. Damn it, Windows, stop giving notifications. Now is not the time. I missed a snowball in that. 135. Is that...
that is
Okay.
quite a bit of alpha.
We are alpha as fuck.
As your group, essentially, I suppose, leap down from the cliffside that you've been sneaking across.
Plunging attack.
It's swift, but it is literally only 6 seconds before all that remains is 2 unconscious, just dark knights and a bunch of very scared but very happy civilians.
Run away, get to your homes, lock the doors, and stay there now.
Anyone wounded?
One of them kind of staggers to their feet, though they've got quite a bad head wound.
Hazel hops up, kisses him on the head, and a big flash of light. The wounds we heal.
Hazel does the ultimate kissy better.
Yep.
The civilians are dazed and scared, and some of them are in shock.
Those of you that can, help those that can't get to your homes.
They nod.
Amaya just picks up the weapons of the knights, hands them to the civilians.
We don't know how to use this.
Having something is better than nothing.
And better in your homes than in the streets where we could pick them up again.
We kind of look at each other and nod, and they try to make their way back. They should be fine, though. You've bought them at least a moment.
Meanwhile, hello, cultists.
There are cultists KO'd on the ground. Possibly dead. Not clear. They are in very solid-looking armor.
So
Aspen's
do
gonna
we
pull one
have-
of the masks off.
You kind of tear the masks off, and oh god, ooh, it's their face is twisted. Once humans, the face has been deformed and twisted, and almost as if someone's gone in with a sewing needle and just sewn skin on.
Ooh, I like these guys.
Amaya is just going to coup de grace them unless someone stops her for some reason.
Well, while Maya is doing that, can people make me a planes check?
Yeah.
Can I make a planes check while I'm killing them?
I mean,
Fuck.
yeah, you can, I suppose.
Off to a good start. Yay!
Stop.
Cross save me.
Well, Annalie and Amaya both recognize. These guys have had some kind of like outsider graft done to them.
Ugh.
Ooh. Koro recognizes it more precisely, however, as his
And
dreaded.
Hestia?
Hestia as well, yes. Both, but actually, perhaps both for their dreaded antithesis of the concept of having demonic flesh into graft into humanoid creatures. I mean, the result is these guys are probably resistant to a lot of the same things demons are.
Would they have the same vulnerabilities?
Possibly. It's not the same. It's not like they won't necessarily inherit the same immunities, but they'll certainly be resistant to similar things as demons. Possibly weak to certain things demons are. They would certainly recognize with detect fiendish.
So don't use elemental on them. Got it.
Wherever you do, lots of elemental, like a Nova level of damage.
Alright, I guess next time I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking like +5 my fucking sword instead.
Yeah, other than
Yeah.
that, they were armed with really solid armor. Very, very dangerous looking swords, almost serrated. This is not pretty.
Yeah, I think could the aggressive, mercy we should probably be dealing with them right now.
Do you want to spend time to look through their stuff? Or do you want to just get moving?
Do they have bags?
They do.
Alright, then let's just grab the bags and just go.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
Okay.
Aspen's gonna chew on the mask.
Do they have anything clearly obvious on them? Like identifying symbols or anything like that? Something that would just be on the outside of their clothing that you don't have to rummage for.
Holy symbol? Or I guess in this case, unholy.
There is such a marking, though it's branded into the armor itself.
Actually, Dark, there's a rule we often don't use when searching through stuff. Can I roll perception to grab the most valuable object?
That's a praise to grab the most valuable object.
Right, it's a praise. Never mind.
But what if that still means you're pausing for a moment to actually take a look?
It's a lot quicker than a full search, but it still takes time.
Yes.
Right, I forgot it was a praise and not a subset of
Because it's about
perception.
knowing what's actually valuable to take compared to
Yeah.
spotting random stuff.
Let's just drag them into a pair of bushes, and if we desperately search them, they'll probably still be here later.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point in dragging them to the bushes? They don't have heads anymore.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of freaks live in this island. Maybe we want bodies.
There were
And
families
even then, I
secretly
mean-
necromancers.
We're probably saving some poor civilian, heartache when they come across a weird malformed armored man.
Meanwhile, in the forest, having dove low and now dodging through the treeways, it is now a high-speed game for Karis. Or dodge the branch.
How fast can Cadme fly?
She's got a 40-foot fly speed.
Which is hustling, so at least 80 feet.
It's still faster than what I can run without spending ki. That's annoying.
Yeah, just Catarus, focus on dodging. I'm okay. I'll talk to the plants. Academy's gonna cast Step of the Flighty Fae and ignore difficult terrain while flying, so she's just gonna go through the trees.
Meanwhile, I imagine Colors is just going out branch,
Yeah, it allows you to ignore it, not Karis.
Yeah, she's spending a lot of her time sort of swinging back and forth, kicking off trees, just, trying to not take a branch to the face.
Karis, can you reflex save me against the forest?
It's not often I'm called to roll a reflex save against an entire forest.
I mean, alternatively, it can be reflex save against Cadme's flying.
23. Kelwis can dodge a forest fairly well.
You still get battered by sticks and such like that, but as it stands, you don't end up basically just T-boning against a branch anywhere.
I get annoyed by branches. I don't get wrecked by them.
Katarus indeed checked herself before she got wrecked.
It does mean Karis takes a whole 5 non-lethal damage.
God damn it.
Not lethal, it'll go away in a bit.
I know, I'm just taking so much damage already. We're not even there yet.
You're being battered by the bushes. You think you have a bird nest stuck on your head?
If I had 40-foot movement as well, I'd say just drop me off and I can run as fast as you can and, just run across the branches.
That said, though, let's see exactly how stealthy you currently are.
Sure. So I took Kai's bonus to stealth, so I need to add a 2 onto this.
More for Cadme's flying than anything here. It's important. It's not like Carol's going to do to be stealthy at the moment. She's just hanging on.
I just don't scream whenever I get a branch to the face.
Pretty much. Okay, it's 42 while Cadme's moving pretty damn fast.
I hate
I will also use my property, one of the properties of my armor. I will use the glamored property of my armor to turn it to a vibrant green and make it look very, very leafy.
Camouflage.
It is also wood, so... Oh, wow. Plus 20 for my movement.
I hope that's for your movement.
-5 for distance. Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, it turns out if you're moving quickly, it's also hard to be quiet at times, especially when there's kind of a forest and a cat flailing from you.
Don't worry, Cadney's an owl.
However, you think you've lost the hornets? You can't see them.
Can I smell them?
Not really. All you can smell right now is the wind blowing straight against your face.
Okay. We lost them. Put me down.
Cadney will put on the brakes and sort of perch you up in a branch of a tree.
I thought you were just going to just drop her while moving full
I
speed.
thought you were just going to drop me while moving full speed.
No!
Oh
Okay.
my
Gosh.
gosh! Acrobatics check.
Your hair's a mess. Cadney's gonna start straightening your hair.
There's branches.
Yes,
There's branches stuck
I
in
know
her
it's a
hair.
mess. I know it's a mess. I've dragged half the forest through it. Come on. She just starts running across the branches. She's sort of fixing her hair as she runs. It doesn't work very well, but she's trying.
You would like to try and where are you trying to? Do we just go casual cleanup, or we try applying disguise while running?
Well, the disguise was already on.
Now
Okay.
she's disguised, covered in tree.
Yeah.
Soon you would disguise as a tree.
Yeah. I can have 3 levels of disguise then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just using her light steps ability to just run literally across the branches. Not even going to the forest floor, just across the trees, basically.
Make perception checks for me.
I presume Cadmy's keeping up.
Oh yes.
Hey, 30. Oh, show off.
You both spot ahead and are able to slow down enough. I'll take pause for a moment. Ooh. You see what appears to be it's the remnants of some kind of like forward camp of some kind out here in the forest.
Cannabis.
Does it look like basically they've packed up and left, or does it look like they've left things still about?
There's still stuff there. There's still a tent. There's still a table with some papers on it. You don't see anyone there.
Is there like a campfire?
Where a campfire was, at least.
From the distance we're at, can we see if there's like any remnants of smoke coming from the campfire? Like little wisps or anything?
Not from this distance, you can't see any.
That's fair. Yes, I see it. They could still be in the area.
Cadmy's gonna hop forward on the branches. Staying up in the trees, canopy.
Yes, Kalis will follow. And I guess we're going to get like as close as we can via the treetops.
Which would given a jungle is fairly close. Yeah, it looks fairly abandoned to you.
Cadmy, it's abandoned, but how abandoned? Do I hear birds?
There are birds there.
Okay. She'll quickly look around one more time, and boop, and then she's gonna bring the papers up to her hand.
Cheat.
I have a question for you.
Loading room.
No, but are you capable of reading Abyssal?
I know.
They have squiggly lines on them that feel wrong to you.
These are really weird lines. I don't like them.
It's stretching, but I don't suppose I can try a linguistics to get a gist of what it might be talking about. Like, does it seem to be
Maybe.
like orders or like, I don't know, accountancy?
I mean, you can. I'll let you give it a try. There is some weird similarity sometimes between celestial and abyssal.
Ugh, that's a bad roll.
Really. Not really. Kelris kind of looks at them. I mean, they look fairly kind of calmly written, but that's all you can really attain.
Yeah, I have no idea what that says.
Turns it upside down, looks at it. Is there any symbols, like of a certain bird thing that I reckon?
There's no symbols on it.
Is there
No
any
pictures?
pictures?
No,
like-
no
like-
pictures.
Nothing on the back.
You can tell a section has been bullet pointed. Still can't read the bullet points.
Possibly steps for something, or like a checklist of things to get, maybe.
You found an abyssal shopping list. Congratulations.
Important.
Tell you what, keep hold of it when we meet up with the others. I'm sure one of them can probably read it. They know so many languages.
Cadby's
It's
gonna grab the rest of
ridiculous.
the papers and sort of vacuum them up to her hand.
Okay.
Is there anything else on the desk that's interesting?
The mug.
Like mine.
The mug flies up to your hand. You get splashed with cider.
Kara stabs a finger, tastes it. I've had better.
It's pretty poor grade cider.
Yeah, it's cheap cider. It's peasant cider.
I drop the mug.
Clatters to the ground below.
All right.
Is
We should go.
is there anything else in the camp? Like, is there like tents or whatever still
Yeah,
here?
there are still tents set up in the camp, but you can't see what's inside them from up here in the trees.
As the mug sort of hits the ground, Kels will wait a moment and see if anyone seems to respond to the noise.
You kind of look back and forth, kind of pin your ears, see what you can hear. Don't really hear anything respond to the noise, though you do hear something now. Now you're kind of closer and really kind of focusing, like a muffled noise from one of the tents.
Cadme, wait here. I'm gonna have a quick look, and Kels will drop from the tree and start sneaking into the actual camp and looking inside tents.
Stealth check.
Oh.
No worries.
As Kelris, with all the grace that her class bestows, kind of pulls themselves up quickly to one of the tents. Want to pull it open? Take a look.
Mm-hmm. Just
Inside,
crack open
you
the
see
flap.
the source of the muffled noise. Gagged and bound, many what basically were probably forest rangers, tied up in the back of this tent.
Do they spot Kelvis?
No, you're
Right.
too stealthy.
She's going to quickly check any other tents to make sure they are actually alone.
You check the other tents. Doesn't appear to be anyone else here, though there's definite signs that people plan to return.
Right. She'll head back to the tent with the prisoners in and motion Cadme to come on.
Cadmy will quietly land next to him.
Though it's interesting how there is no one here. Like they all got called for something.
Mm. She'll sort of open the tent flap and point out the prisoners to Cadme.
Oh, that looks uncomfortable.
Shush, 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 shush. Shush. Shush, shush.
Do you want us to free you or no?
Shush!
Then be quiet.
How many of
Thank
them
you.
are there?
3 of them.
Yeah,
It's like a small squad.
He'll do a quick sniff, and not really sniffing, really, but more detecting any magical effects going.
No active magic on them, though you do kind of look around the campsite suddenly. Oh, that's interesting and awkward.
alarm.
There, you see basically like half a dozen alarm spells dotted around the campsite.
Oh,
One of
okay.
which you're standing on top of.
Okay. Pulls out knife, cuts the bindings, basically grabs them and starts running. Assuming Cadme actually tells Kelvis this, because Kelvis can't see any of this herself.
We have a little bit of a problem, Galras.
They're clearly silent alarms, which means they've mentally pinged whoever created them, but
Yeah, these little runes are tied to someone's mind, and they kind of just poke them.
Shit. Yeah, doesn't even bother ungagging them. She's literally just cutting whatever is binding their feet, because I presume it's like a rope and not
yeah,
manacles.
they're basically tied by rope to like a tree stump inside the tent area or something like that.
Yeah, basically cutting their feet free, pulling them to the feet, pushing them towards the forest, and running with them. We can deal with taking the gag off later.
Cadmy will quickly fly after him. Galras, we have other things to do. We can't just go with them.
No, but we can get them out and then split off afterwards.
They're already out. Everyone else is not here. Cadmy's gonna quickly look over the rest of them and fly up to one of them, sort of land on their back and undo the gag.
I mean, they take the gags off once they
Yeah.
they're freed.
Okay, hi. My name's Cadmy of Elm Dance. I'm a local Niote of this area. Hi, how are you doing? This is while they're running.
Is this really the time?
Yeah. Oh, I suppose you're a little bit panicked at the moment. Okay. You look very talented. I need you to be able to get away from this place on your own. Are you gonna be okay? Do you know a place where you could go hide?
We'll be fine.
Okay. I really believe in
There's a
you.
ranger station just over the hill here.
Okay. The town's kind of in a panic right now. I need you not to go there. Or if you're really talented and brave, I really believe in you, and then you can go into the town. Okay? Do you think you can do that or no?
They kind of seem rather confused what's going on at the moment.
The town is under attack. Are you gonna go help them or no?
You hear them make some kind of curse, so you don't recognize it. Kind be praised. Come on. As he kind of takes his group and basically splits off from yours.
Wait, before you go, I really believe in your powers. I really hope you could do the best for this, okay? Go quickly and be kind be with you, I think. Yeah, that's how you say that. Cadmy's gonna cast heroism on the person who looks the most brave.
Okay, you can do that.
I mean, we might need that ourselves, but never mind. Give it
I
to
got spells
them.
for days, Kelrist. I'm the Archmage.
Ah.
Just channeling the Archmage to do.
Hell, I can even pull spells out my ass by spending Spiritual Pool.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier when you blew at the wasps.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in town, well,
Jog.
you had gotten a good distance through the town, managing to avoid most encounters. But as you're kind of running now through, because all you can do at this point is just run through the main part of the town to get the rest of the way, you are spotted. There is no doubt about that.
By
Given the-
civilians or cultists?
Well, technically both, but one of them you don't really care about.
Yeah, I'm just. If
Cultists,
civilians
however,
are
do
attacking me,
take
I'm
notice.
going to punch them. But if cultists are attacking me, I'm gonna get stabbing.
Yeah. There are cultists, there are anarchists, and they are somewhat trying to pin your group in as you're kind of running across town. There are a lot of them, and holding out for a fight would take a very long time and would be quite dangerous here. There are way more of them than there are you. And then there is a strange moment. What is that? Can people make me perception checks?
I'm good at those.
I'm not bothering to roll on Shiva. I mean, I guess you could technically be Hestia now, but you know.
Damn.
Yay, Adeline.
Adeline
I'm not
sees
bothering to
all.
roll.
Adeline, Amaya, you hear the sound. You hear the sound of a car or something, or maybe some other kind of vehicle moving really, really quickly, like across what sounds like stonework, just a little bit ahead.
Amaya's just immediately going to just start pulling people aside, just going, get out of the way, get out of the way.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Incoming cart.
To the side.
As all of you, as you basically, everyone suddenly takes duck and cover into one of the into an alleyway. Meanwhile, the cultists will still want to approach towards you, but you know, the cultists are turned up. They're not going to be an immediate issue. And suddenly, you do see a rather large, rather familiar-looking carriage arrive at high velocity,
Oh god, Lily.
being pulled by a dire tiger.
Oh god.
The fuck?
Ow.
As you
Kitty!
see, Amon,
Oh
not
god,
Lily,
Emma.
and Lucas, with a tiger
Shit,
which
we
he seems to
brought
have
Lucas.
tamed.
I forgot about Lucas.
But yeah, as they basically Grand Theft Auto slam drift into the cultists.
Hey Reese, was that your surprise?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad it was.
I would like to state for the record that I called it.
Aspen jumps on the kitty. Hazel will just go in the cart.
Yep, cart's pretty good.
Yeah, let's just get in the cart.
As
Good job,
Amon throws the door open. Where are we going?
We're heading
Up
into
the
the jungles and up the mountain.
Up the mountain, we're looking for a tower.
Temple.
Temple.
I can aim you in the right direction.
Okay.
Get in, nerds. We're going slaying.
Yeah. Turns out a dire tiger pulled carriage way faster than walking.
I can give it a little help for when we get in the jungle.
Also, the remaining cultists, not particularly an issue, as They see this charging towards them, and just no.
There's like fucking adventures, man. I'm not paid for this shit.
You also notice Lucas is. It's new. It's not. You almost like see discoloration to his skin that almost looks like stripes.
Hey, kid, are you doing okay?
Yeah. Come on, we're gonna get you there. He's very pumped. He's kind of like leaning over recklessly to the side of the cat, saying something to it, and the cat just seems to nod and start moving quicker.
Here we go.
Aspen's going to take the part. Aspen's going to take the time to make a bite attack on his face and make it saber claw.
What?
Because he doesn't have to manifest claws; he can manifest a bite. So he's going to make saber teeth.
Oh, okay. Also, I just
Put your
realized,
weight in.
I just realized. Oh god, we now have 2 shifters riding a die.
Yeah.
Calvary.
If only I had brought my lance.
We have to give us some nitros.
Okay. As the group kind of wildly goes out, but yeah, all of you see a figure inside the cart who just kind of has this very kind of generic face to them. Like, they don't really stand out to you very much, but they are wearing a Toothless hat.
Ah, yes, my dear sister, Millie.
Ah, yes, Lily.
This is not very good for your disguise.
It's funny though, and nobody's. We're probably fine.
Okay. You picked up a random civilian. You're good at pies, Tilly.
I don't know what's going on. Let's just go.
Would anyone like to So is that would be Adeline having like give directions right now?
Yeah, Adeline's basically just keeping an eye out the window and aiming them in the direction to go.
Any questions? Who wants to go shotgun with aim on at the front of the carriage?
I mean, I guess I will. I have range
Actually, technically it'll be shotgun with not Lily at the front of the carriage, but
You know what?
she's your driver.
Can you use a lance on the carriage?
Theoretically.
I like the mental image of
Can I
Reese.
borrow yours for a minute, just in case?
Oh boy.
Look, if something comes at us, I want that double damage.
Fair enough.
Also, since I imagine we're heading into the jungle now, Kitty have nature's paths.
Well, you can definitely cast that. For the most part, luckily, there is a bit of a roadway which Adeline can get the kind of the carriage to go on, so you don't really have to slow down too much from the forest anyway, or jungle. Given like you've got a carriage now, this would be definitely the better route. Sadly, it's also a route that the enemies can predict.
Thankfully, with nature's paths, roads now counts as a highway.
Unfortunately, the enemies, well, no one's ever prepared for us, let's be honest.
No, they are not. As you speed down a side. This carriage is going quickly, by the way.
So,
exact speed.
how far along do we see the cultists before we get to them?
Well, we'll get to that.
Drive me closer
this-
with my sword.
Yeah, this carriage is so the dire tiger is currently functioning as if they had a speed of 50 feet per round, which is pretty good, especially if Lucas makes it hustle. Yeah, needless to say, if you fall off this cart, you're not catching up.
So don't fall off the cart.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Okay. But your trip on the road is going to be somewhat interrupted. Suddenly, you hear something from behind. A very loud buzzing.
Oh god, fucking wasps.
I'm going to reveal the cart area for the moment. You'll look down south.
Yay.
I'll start making some NPC tokens disappear who are not important for this.
I'm not even sure about Not Lily. I don't remember you editing her like that.
Tinder and I had a conversation in Discord for this fight. I think Tinder's going to be taking control of that.
Oh, okay. That works.
All
If you're happy to
I
do that.
know is that he eats faces, and that's sort of my style.
Yeah.
Let me give him access. Let me give Tinder access to Aspen.
That is also a chunky tiger.
It's a dire tiger.
It's like huge sized.
Yeah, but I mean, its width compared to its length. That
Well,
is
yeah, but
chunky.
that's because unfortunately mapping doesn't work properly.
Yeah, I know.
But it does mean that though this is technically bigger than Hestia.
Mhm.
Very large cat.
Hestia, you're being out monstered.
I mean, we get our actual token.
Yeah, but even Sternia should be out monstered.
I know. Oh yeah, she would technically be, huh?
Please
It's-
don't turn dragon here.
There's not a whole lot of room here for dragoning, to be fair.
You sure?
Who's going to be grabbing Amon for this fight? He's on the card.
I could probably use. Oh wait, I already have a companion. I can't.
Do you?
Yeah, Fiona.
Oh yeah, so she's kind of clinging onto the cart for dear life.
Ah!
Though, really though, during the fight, she's probably not going to be like really your companion. She's probably just going to be taking hit the deck. Let's be fair, right?
Yeah, but I thought we had discussed it still might take enough effort for me
And
to.
my point is, if you're escorting her around, say out in the jungle, yes, but in this case, she can just take cover in the cart. So
All right, I guess I'll take Amon. Hopefully, I land a solid melee hit.
as you're going to be trying to just poke out from the side of this.
Keep in mind, since Lily's in play, everyone gets +1 to initiative and stuff.
Hooray!
Cool.
As actual Lily is here to do fortune time.
Oh yeah, +1 to initiative and also the fortune hex once a day.
Okay then, everyone please give me an initiative.
Yay!
Yeah, the current not Lily though kind of looked actually like a really generic old man
What?
of all things, with like a long scraggly beard. It seems like she's reflavored her method of doing it, or more pretending to do it this way. It's just by giving sage advice to all of you.
There once was a man on a cart.
When actually, it's her just reading cards from her, like kind of looking for her sleeve, seeing a card, and then giving him for.
Also, Tinder, if you're curious on the attack page for Aspen, there is 2 full attacks. Amazingly, despite being a natural attack character, he has 2 natural that are ranged.
Right. I maybe work it out.
Yeah, so you get your full attack, then you got your quill throw. And since it's all natural attacks, there's no iterative attack penalty, and they're all primary attack.
Right, so do I basically just
Okay.
go down the list for it? So do the 2 claws, the spikes, the quills for a full thing?
For melee, yes. For a ranged, you can do quill throw twice. But that's only if you're not doing melee stuff.
Right.
If you are doing melee stuff, you can interpose a quill throw instead of quills.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, something is flying up from behind you, following you.
It's an elemental.
Well, there's technically multiple things following. Okay, so everyone's initiative's on there? I think everyone's initiative's on
Garrus is on there? Oh right, is that supposed to be Aspen?
That's supposed to be Aspen, yeah.
Right, okay.
there.
Oh,
Fine.
I'm not sure why it put me on instead.
I mean, at least you know it's you when that happens.
Suddenly we can see. Oh. They're
Ew.
riding hornets. They're riding
That's not-
giant hornets. That's cheating.
I had originally planned for Roll20 to make this into a scrolling battle map.
Mm,
Ah.
Sadly, Roll20 failed me. Scrolling
That's
battle map
sometimes.
we shall not have.
Game.
It was going to be a glorious thing though.
Eep.
Actually, need to take those 2 hornets off actually because they're not having their initiatives right now.
Oh yeah, they're mounts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for the most part, Aspen will probably be throwing quills. They don't particularly want to jump him off the cart if this is going to be a running battle.
I will say, he does have insect empathy.
More difficult against something being ridden and commanded though.
Like if you shoot off the knight, then maybe.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's actually a good question. Which one seems to be controlling the
Seems like the knights are currently piloting.
Okay, good. What is Yuri gonna do?
But no, yeah, you're currently moving 100 foot per round basically.
Okay.
Which is notable because if you cast any like area effect spells, chances are they won't stick and they'll just kind of fly that way 100 feet per round.
Question then about jumping and the movement.
So if you're jumping in the posterior direction, you will get a glorious +12 on all jump checks.
Okay, plus 12. Is that including
That's-
like your any bonuses that you would normally have for speed?
Yes.
Ah,
You'd also get bonuses for speed on top if you have a faster speed than 30 feet yourself.
yeah. I think Yuri does. Just a wee bit.
Just note though that if you hit the ground, kind of whooshing away.
She's as fast as the tiger,
Okay, so
she can catch up.
She might be able to catch up then.
Plus, she has the sprint ability. So,
That's fair.
speaking of though, hey, you know what's a good thing to do?
Oh,
A
so no, by the way,
jumping charm.
range increments while firing backwards are doubled.
Ooh, nice.
Just notably. Like shooting that way halved, that way doubled.
How much do you get for each 10 feet above? Is it plus
Plus
4?
4.
For each 10 feet above? So,
Yeah. So if it's 50-foot speed, it's +8 on top of the +12, which puts it up to a glorious.
plus 20? Yes.
There's 20 feet of free movement before the normal rec check.
So, yeah. Yeah, Yuri's going to jump charge the one that's directly behind her. Jump charge the knight, specifically. And try and trip him. aka drag him off the hornet. But if not, she'll try and land and grab the hornet. Or, like, land on. If that fails.
Certainly difficult to try and attack the knight from the ground.
True. So yeah, jumping charge at the knight to
Okay.
attempt to trip him off the hornet.
Give it a try. It's not easy, but you can give it a try.
Here's the jump. Oh, really, Yuri?
Technically, Yuri would have a Lily reroll.
That is true, and I do need to get a 55. Wait,
These are 50 more precisely.
oh, 50. Yeah. So, yep, Lily rerolled in. 41.
Slightly better.
Yeah.
I mean, you get there.
She does. I guess she can finish her movement and attempt to
She can
still
finish the
grab the
movement, it just means she will be attacking upwards from the ground instead of
Mhm.
kind of on level.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, she finishes her movement and then bite. That +2 because of charging. I forgot to add that. So 24.
Juri kind of gives a bite at the heavily armored knight. She can't manage.
Dang it.
Misses.
All right then. Well, Yuri's gone for now.
As end of your round.
Yeah, don't worry, she'll be back.
I basically just see you like one round, sprint action back up to the cart. Next round, jump. Sprint action up to the cart, jump.
No. She has a better idea.